Hi. Welcome in. I'm gonna let more people come into the room while I prep. So take your time. There everybody is. Hey, pieces. Hey, Zell. Return of Lamac. I love that. Yay, finally catching a live when you're live. Yay! Hello. I'm still blown away about Garrick. Blown away. Arrested? Oh, wait. Somebody needs to answer. Okay. Garrick was arrested? Okay, wait. What did Dedria say? Hey, I'm still blown away about Gedrick. Blown away. What? Where'd you guys find this information out? Let me look that up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Garrick from Seeking Sister Wife arrested. Breaking Sister Wife T. Garrick Merrifield. Ooh. Let's open up on Instagram. Who said it? Who did it? Who did it? According to Amber, Garrick Merrifield from this season was arrested yesterday and released on bail today. I don't know for what, but I'm assuming it must be for some kind of dispute with Lorraine, the girl he just married, because there was a Portuguese interpreter there at his court hearing, and Garrick deleted photos of him and Lorena off of his social media. The credit goes from Sunny Squirrel 7150 on Facebook. Girl, no, they just showed it to us. I need more information. I need more information. Allegedly. Oh. Allegedly. Girl, let me give me a little sparkling water. Girl. That's tea. That's tea. That's crazy. We knew the man wasn't right in the head. I hope not. I hope it's not true. I hope Lorena's okay. I hope not. Girl. We got a little bit more of the Lord told me to do it in this episode, and I want more of that from Garrick and Danielle. I want more made up open a woman's heart content from them. You know what I mean? Like, I want more of like a woman needs a man to lead her, otherwise she'll walk straight off of a cliff content. Cuz I need to know more about the dogma. I need to know more about the religious aspect of this. Because to me, I want to know what Lorena's mother or grandmother or family is thinking of her moving to the US to be in a polygamous relationship at 24. At 34, sure. But what religious foundation do they have to where these people, specifically these women, buy into Garrick's form of it, of religion? Because and I'm gonna tell you right now, I really think it's Mormonism. I really think that it's a sect of Mormonism, only because of the way he talks. Like, and I don't know, you guys correct me, because I don't know about all the Christianity sect, and I know a lot of them are very patriarchal, and a lot of them talk about the man being the head of the house, but there's something very specific in the Church of the Latter-day Saints where it gives men and endows them with this right to be able to make sweeping choices for the family in a way that I don't necessarily know that other sects of Christianity does. Any fundamentalist sect, honestly, of Christianity does this with men. And it happens in the Black church too, but not on this level. So anyways, I just need to know. I just need to know. I just need to know. I want more information. I just need to know. Okay, we got 20 people in the room. Let's get started. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Seeking Sister Wife, Season 6, Episode 10, Married a Side Chick. My name is Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as Love After Lockup, 90 Day Fiancé, Seeking Sister Wife, Love is Blind, and eventually the Mormon Housewives situation. But until then, if you want to see content like that, please join me on my channel here. Join me on Facebook as some of you guys are watching. It's a hee-haw good time. I go live every Tuesday to talk about 90 Day Fiancé and what other show happens, and sometimes on Monday when Love After Lockup is back. So give this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends and on any social media platform that you deem fit. And if you get the hee ha ha's while watching this and you want to give your girl a tip, here are the choices down below. All right, let's jump right into this episode. So for this one, we are going to start with the Williamsons. And that is Reese and Billie Jean Is Not My Lover. Now, we pick up here where Reese is now excited about Randy. Randy, I love it how they all have these names that kind of fit. Like Randy is a girl, but it traditionally, that name I've only heard it with men. And then like Billie Jean, you know what I mean? Like Billie being a man's name is short for William, and her last name is Williamsons, and then his name is Reese. You know, just all very very like iconic. There's an iconic situation happening here. So they meet with Randy for a date. Reese likes Randy. He's like, yeah, listen, she can fit into this family. Randy though gets there and she has these concerns about Billie Jean, and she hits them head on. Okay, she says, "Listen, Billie Jean, the last time we met, your apprehension or your attitude, behavior made me feel like there might be some jealousy concerns, and it really just made me want to back out of this whole thing, honestly, like, because it doesn't seem like you've come to terms with what this is, and I'm not trying to get into anything that's messy. So if you are having concerns and you are feeling some type of way, you and I need to talk about that right now, because I'm not going to go any further with feelings of resistance from you or weirdness. And Billie Jean's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that, yeah." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, when you're in this kind of community and when you're trying to find yourself and things, you don't want to walk into anything that's icky." Especially it feels like Randy might be somebody who either has been in this lifestyle. I know she said that this is probably her first time doing it, but she's done a lot of research. I'm gonna tell you right now, you cannot walk into any of this feeling icky at all. If you feel anything negative coming from the person in that relationship, you've got to go ahead and hightail it out of there, because that means that they're not really down for what's going on. And, she's like, "It's my idea." And yeah, I guess I didn't realize that I would feel some kind of way. Like maybe he likes her more than he likes me. And I don't want to be replaced. And Randy's like, "Yeah, I don't definitely want to feel like the second wife or someone who's not as important in his life as you are. I don't want to feel second fiddle." And I think that's very interesting, because I feel like if I were to go into this situation, and the truth is that maybe I'm not really taking into consideration my actual feelings, valid, is that I think that I would be okay with knowing that I'm second wife or third wife, and that I don't have maybe the place in the family hierarchy that first wife does. But I feel like first wife does a lot of cooking and cleaning. Third wife is here for the fun. And so part of me is like, maybe I'm not third wife. Maybe I'm just like the girlfriend. You know what I mean? I come through, I bring the sparkling water and the wine, and we have a good time. Maybe I'll babysit on a Saturday night sometime. Maybe I'll help you prepare a meal and wash the dishes. But I'm not like gonna be birthing no babies, and I'm not gonna be rearing no childrens, and I'm not gonna be cleaning up nobody's house. You know what I mean? Like I'm you coming to see me like every Thursday. I live down the block. When you want to have a good time, either of you, him or them, y'all want to have a good time, you come to third wife's house. She got the wine. I'm the fun wife. I don't do all of that. Let that be wife number 1 and 2. I'll help wife 1 and 2 have them babies. I'll wake up at night and feed the baby so you can get some sleep. You know what I mean? Like I'm a participate, but on my terms. And I'm gonna lay out them terms in the beginning. Fun. I'm the fun wife, I'm the fun sister-in-law, and I'm the fun third mama. Fun. Okay? Don't come to me with no seriousness and no foolishness. I'll pick you up from the party. I'll be your designated driver. But I'm not looking for that man to be my like end all and be all. Like the idea of us sharing a husband and him having the ability to be a good husband to all of us, to me, is crazy. Men are not built that way. I'm gonna be general right now. I'm gonna be Garrick in this moment, and I'm gonna help heal a man's heart. Okay, if I'm in the world in which you believe that your polygamy is based on religion, then I'm going to say that the men are dumb and that they don't have the emotional skills to be able to take care of 3 different wives. And so I'm gonna do what I want to do. Because if you're gonna think a woman needs a man to lead her, or else she's gonna walk off a cliff, then I'm gonna say, well, a man needs a woman to wash his drawers, or he'll be stinky all day. And what? I said it. Okay. So we start. How did we even get to the Garricks? How did we want to the religious portion of it? Let's get back to them. So the fact that Randy was ready to jump ship because she felt like Billie Jean wasn't on board in the way that she wants to. You don't want to walk into something messy. It really helped Billie Jean to understand that she's presenting in a certain way. And if they're going to both do this, that she needs to come to terms with however it is that she's feeling about Reese maybe running off with somebody else. And I just keep thinking that she has low self-esteem if she thinks that Reese is going to run off and be with somebody else. Because ain't nobody going to have that man the way you going to have him. Okay? He not running off with anybody else. He's staying with you, Billie Jean. because you loved him when nobody else did. All right. Oh, girl, I'll be talking so much mess about these folks. I'm so sorry. What did I even start talking about them? Let's talk about the Johnsons. Okay, so this one was filled with a lot of stuff. The Johnsons. It didn't even have. Did it even have what's his face in it? No. So, Angelica, she goes home to talk to her family because she's mourning the loss of Shanae. And her sister is the only person in her immediate family, meaning her mother and her aunties, who know about her polyamorous lifestyle. And the mother makes it known how they feel. So they sit down and they start to, first of all, they say it's shot o'clock. I love that. Okay. It's Auntie Tiffany, Auntie Pumpkin, sister, and mama. Okay. And they're all got various hairstyles, and I'm here for I love Tiffany's red thick braids. I just want braids so bad. So they sit down and they're being very good sports. They know they're on camera, they're taking shots. This kitchen is beautiful, it's wide open. I love the house. I was like, ooh, if that was my house, I would do this, this, and this and there. But I thought the house is very cute. We go sit in the dining room table where they're gonna play some games with some coins or something, rolling the dice, shifting coins over, and drinking some wine. And then she says, okay, this is what I'm here to talk to you about. So Matt and I have a girlfriend. Oh, girlfriend. Like, I mean, Auntie Tiffany was like, she was swingers. Like, I mean, Auntie Tiffany would not let Angelica say the words that are coming out of her mouth. She said, Angelica's like, so we have a girlfriend, swingers? No, not swingers. So, you know, we've been dating other people's sister wife. Oh, Lord, not the sister wife. Let me finish my sentence. Mother's like, you okay with being somebody married side chick, ho? And I was like, if y'all don't let this girl now, this is why Angelica had to get a quiet, demure friend outside of her women family. They are they are dominant. These women are dominant. Auntie Tiffany couldn't take it. Now, Pumpkin, she was quiet, but Tiffany and Mama, I mean, her mother was actually angry. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? To the point where Angelica was like, well, you know, that is why I had to go for womanhood or sisterhood outside of my immediate family, because you guys won't let me speak. You won't let me be. I come to you, I'm telling you that I'm hurting, and you just judge me. And she's like, I don't like it, but I'm here for you. And I'm like, those two things don't work. Those two things don't, that's not how they work. So, you know, she's like, everyone was like, we love Matt and I'm happy for the fact that you marry him, but he's not worth it. He don't got the money and he's not worth it for you to make room in your bed for another woman. And she's like, no, it was my idea. No, it was his idea. No, I was the one who set up the account. I was the one who did his profile. I was the one who liked her picture. I was the one who did all of it. So you want to let another woman into your house so she could take your man? And Angelica's like, Matt is not going anywhere. It is a sisterhood for me. Oh, okay. So now you need a sisterhood when you have me, your aunties, and your sister. And the sister was like, well, listen, I'm not with it, because I did feel kind of way because she does have me, but I'm here to support her anyway. Just let her talk. And she's like, she can't even. The mother was personally offended on her behalf and makes it seem like Angelica was just being a whole fool. And this is sometimes this antiquated idea that, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, Black folks will just say and make up anything. If it don't make sense to them, they gonna make up and say something like, oh, you bringing another woman into your home so she can take your man. I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no other woman that can take your man. If that is the case, then you believe in magical powers. And if you believe in magical powers, who is the person who will not suffer a wish? It is very weird. It is like weird to me when church people are like, the devil is a lie. Use a witch. It's not true. And I'm like, none of it is true. None of it is true. So who's the one believing in demons now? don't even believe in demons, yet you calling me a demon. So who's the wrong one? It's crazy. It is crazy. This woman is like, you gonna let somebody in to take your husband? Now all of a sudden somebody trying to take Matt. Matt don't want nobody but Angelica. He may want to have sex with other people, but Angelica's the only one who's gonna put up with his shenanigans because she's just as calm and quiet as he is. He loves him some Angelica. We love him. We love Angelica too. But I'm just like, why is it that they just think that she is just like opening the door up to the devil to come in and tornado and then her man gonna leave? If the man is gonna leave, he's gonna leave. If he's not about it. If he's not down for you, that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with him. Like, I just don't. I guess I just, you know what it is I'm very much against the idea of a home wrecker. Like people who think that the other woman is ruining their home. And I'm like, the other woman doesn't live in the home. It's the man who does. So why are women fighting each other and pointing at each other like the Spider-Man meme, blaming each other when it's the man's fault? He is the weak one. It's the man's fault. It is all the man's fault. When you talk about women who are doing sex work, it is the man's fault because guess what? It is the man that is paying for that service. But we want to blame other women for doing sex work. Listen, if the money is out there, it's out there. You think it's going to go away? Because you on your high horse? Girl, if you don't get off that horse and make that money. I was... Girl, if you don't get off that horse and make that money, go ahead and make that money, girl. Do what you can. If you don't want to go, what are you doing? Money out on table for no reason. This money just sitting right there. Just go take it. You need the money. And do what you got to do. Because the money there. Wait, what's happening? What's going on? What's happening in the chat? What is happening in this chat right now? Okay, wait. I gotta go back. Babs, what's going on? Hi, Barbara. Can you guys see me? Yes, we can see you. What is this? I don't know what happened, but none of the chat was appearing on my screen. I don't know what happened. We understand now why she doesn't speak to her friend. Yeah, you're right. You doing it. Babs, you probably clicked the other link like I did last live. It was happening to me. I was like, I've been shadow banned. Can you guys see me? Hello, Barbara. Hello, Giselle. 100%. Trucker, sorry if I didn't catch this already, but do you and Chris not go live together anymore? I'm in your Patreon, but never see my fave duo. I'm in your Patreon. She also doing a recap right now, but not together. Oh, so yeah, girl. DocuSweeties is dissolving. We made that announcement in September that DocuSweeties is dissolving. And so all we're doing right now is we are continuing to finish our 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After for the podcast. And then after that, the podcast will have no new episodes. And then we are now going back to our own YouTube channel. So I don't know if you knew us prior to the podcast. I believe the podcast started in 2021 or I think so, 2021. Maybe 22, no, 21. And so it was just kind of us coming together. We already had our own YouTube channels separately and did our own things, and then would sometimes come together and do other stuff, and talk about the shows and whatnot because we lived in the same city. But then when I moved to Minnesota, we started doing the podcast just online only and kind of left our YouTube channels to the wayside. Now we're dissolving the podcast, going back to our YouTube channels. And so that's what you're noticing. I'm sorry you didn't see the announcement, but we definitely announced it in our Patreon. We announced it in the podcast itself, that we are dissolving. So we are doing HEA together on the podcast for sure. But once that's done, then we're done, and then we're going our separate ways. So we've already kind of done that. So Chris is also doing Toe. I'm doing Toe. I'm doing Seeking Sister Wives. She's doing Sister Wives. So yeah, you could definitely see our content. Okay. Yes, because I was confused as to why she said she had no one, and that's why she wanted a sister wife. I think she just had she didn't want to confide in her family. She wanted somebody a little, maybe a little different energy, I would say. I want to see, I totally see where she's coming from, because the women in my family are just like hers. Yeah, sometimes it's just like you just chill. You need a different energy, because it seems like that family energy, while it's very supportive, she has a different energy than all the rest of them. Like, who made vows with you, not the other woman? Exactly. Want to blame and shame. Girl, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, darn, I can't watch porn anymore. No, Babs, you're fine. Yep. And this family was encouraging cheating too. They were like, whatever just happened to having an affair? So you would rather, if he wanted to dip his meat in another dish, you would rather him do it on the low than like have that woman be in good relationship with his wife? That don't make no sense. Whatever happened to having an affair? Hi, welcome in. Hi, sister. I read that in Danielle's voice. Sister? Sister? Hi, sister. There you go. Anyways, girl, a whole mess, just yelling at her. And she's sitting there crying, and her mother can't even be cordial. Her mother can't even go, oh, I'm breaking my daughter's heart right now. No. They're sitting down playing this game, and look at the auntie. Look at Tiffany with the red braids. Oh Lord. You know who she reminded me? Oh Lord, I said it's a fire. I got out of there, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Oh Lordy. Okay, I can't get over it. Oh my God, thank you so much, Angela. Thank you so much. I appreciate the tip. You're so sweet. Thank you. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Anyway, she said, so guys, you ain't getting nothing out of it either. Just mom is going in. You need a relationship support when you have a sister right here and we're all right here. I'm like, damn, the girl can't breathe. Just get off of Angelica's neck. Get off of Angelica's neck. Y'all doing too much. Okay. The next couple that we are going to talk about are the Davises. Love the Davises. They're my favorite. I know I say that every single time, and I'll continue to say so, but they are my favorites. So with the Davises, April is frustrated with Teresa's behavior. Okay, she's tired. Oh Lord Jesus, is a fire. She's tired. She's like, go ahead, let her go. And so is Nick. Nick is tired too. He's like, you can't come over here disrupting the family, and when we're trying to talk to you, then you gonna act like you don't want to talk to us. And so April says that she, it's really hard for them to find another person. This is now the second person that they've gone through, and that they don't, they let Danielle into their hearts and homes, and they allowed Vera to call her mommy, and then Danielle ended up leaving the situation. And I think the one thing, especially when you have kids involved with a plural lifestyle, is and the thing is, so here's the truth. I guess I use the word plural lifestyle, I use polygamy, and I use polyamory, or a poly lifestyle, like kind of interchangeably. I don't necessarily know what the difference is, besides polygamy is when a man has more than one wife, and it is usually based in religion. And that when you are poly, you are a person, I think when a person is poly, they are polyamorous, meaning that they can be in love with two different people at one time. And that is highly contingent upon the honesty of the situation. So I don't know if like polyamory is the same as like if someone says that they are monogamous, you know what I mean? If you are monogamous, then you are somebody who wishes to be in a relationship with one person. If you are polyamorous, then you are somebody who can be in more than one relation with different people. So very interesting. So that's something that I want to kind of get the terminology correct when talking about it. But so anywho, the Davises, I'm not quite sure what's going on with them. I don't know if does he consider his women his wives? Yes, I think he does. But they are more than that because rumor has it that the two ladies are in relationship as well. So they have like a different type of polygamy, polyamory relationship, which is fine. Which is fine. Listen, all goes whatever these adults want to do. It's as long as they're being safe and the children are happy. So, um, they're very frustrated because this is right after Teresa has left, and Jenny is crying because she's like, feeling like she doesn't quite know what all they need to do to make Teresa feel comfortable. And I took a picture of Jenny because I said, you know what, Jenny is staunchly in like, I mean, between the money piece and the way her hair is done and that statement necklace, it's really giving like 2009 to like 2011, right? Am I wrong? She's giving like 2011 to me. She might as well stand up and let me see if she got some gaucho pants on. Just that big ass statement necklace and the way her hair is just like, and she's not that old. She's not like I mean, April is seasoned. I think April's in her late 30s, if not 40s. And we know Nick is if Nick is not in his 40s, boy, I think he's the first black that I've seen crack. So she's younger than them. I don't know how old she is, but I'm like, girl, you are definitely stuck in a time. Let's do the time warp again, my friend. Which is nothing wrong with it. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. They have the most put together relationship besides the new women that they want to bring in. Yeah, I think that they both just definitely understand like what the assignment is. And the interesting thing about it is that April and Jenny used to work together. April was the one who brought Jenny on. So maybe they fell in love at work, these two. But anyways, so let's see what happens. So April says that we just need to allow her to run away since she continuously wants to run away. And they're worried. Have spent so much time kind of worrying about Teresa and how she feels and not necessarily worrying about Jenny and the pregnancy. So they kind of want to shift the energy away from Teresa and just how much she's kind of just like sucking the energy out of the household and kind of give that back on to Jenny and the happiness that they're bringing another, they have another little person into the world. Which I think is so beautiful for them and their family, honestly. I think it's very beautiful that, Jenny's pregnant and there's another baby, and that way little Vera could have a little sister and whatnot, and that they're kind of have this household that they have created themselves and cultivated, and it's something that works really well for them. And so, again, very happy. I love a dual household income. I don't know what that's like, but like, I love that for anyone who has it. And so, yeah, imagine if like Teresa's been there for the last 7 to 8 months and Jenny's been pregnant for half that time. And all of it has just been to making her feel better. Like, and it's like Jenny's the one who's actually pregnant, going through a whole body change. And then you have Teresa over here crying because she feels like she's not good enough. Girl, if you don't get on somewhere and figure some shit out and then come back and talk to us later. I feel him on that. I feel him on that exactly. Okay, so speaking of shifts, let's move on to the Merrifields. So the Merrifields, again, in case you don't remember, are these fools. And with the Merrifields, they're in an interesting time. Danielle and Lorena do a pregnancy test. So Garrick had to go and take care of Danielle's mother's home or grandmother's home in Wisconsin. So he's gone. And they think that Lorena is pregnant. And Lorena's like, oh wow, I thought I would be able to enjoy my marriage more. And I'm like, girl, you and Garrick have been having premarital sex for the entire 3 months that you've been there. I am very surprised that you didn't get pregnant prior to. And I'm sure the moment, I don't know if he was pulling out before, which is why he didn't get pregnant, but I'm sure the moment they got home after they got married, he was shooting the club up. And you're young. You're gonna get pregnant. Most likely, you know, barring any fertility issues. And so she's like upset. And so then, of course, Danielle is like, okay, pee, uns, dos, tres, catorce, go. And like doing all this stuff in order to like get Lorena to understand what's going on. And I'm like, girl, you were having a baby in the middle of Colorado with these folks without your parents, without not a woman folk to help you who speaks your language. She's like, I wanted to hurry up and learn the language and like, kind of settle into the US before I had a baby. And I'm like, you should have told that man that. You should have told that man before you let him do it. And she says, God has my life under control. This let go and let God situation, this Jesus take the wheel. This, to me, you only say that kind of stuff when you're being funny. Even Danielle doesn't believe it. Look at this picture. Danielle's like, Then God has my life under control now. I don't know if any of you are in the chat are believers, and y'all know that I'm not. So you have to know that statement to me, as a former Christian, devout, I think it is so crazy. It sounds so wild to me to say that you are just like, you know what I mean? Just like, let go of the wheel. Like, I could never do it. Even as a Christian, I was always under the assumption that like you just kind of prayed with it and God was just there to support you, but you still had to make good decisions. You still had to like, you couldn't just like let go. You had to steer the wheel. But then there's also that other side of it. It's like, if it's your time, it's your time. Then Garrett gonna get on here and say something crazy about just like God's will and like him. And I'm like, God's will, Garrett, this isn't a match. And we know how big the egg drops and the sperm meets the egg, and that's how the baby is born. It's not God over here like do you, do you. Like, what? I can't. Okay, I'm gonna stop it because I don't want to offend anybody who believes. But sometimes the way that people talk about it, even when I was a Christian, I never talked like that. I just couldn't. That was never my, like, I filled in the blanks. And people are like, dinosaurs aren't real because it's not in the Bible. I was like, well, it's science. It was like, I can't fully get on that. Because I do think that a lot of people put God in the absence of just knowing. And now that we know things, I'm like, why can't God have created the earth via the Big Bang? Why is your God not smart as my God? Because my God is really smart. And so my God wouldn't just sprinkle, create the world in 7 days. My God would have set evolution on its path. Like, that is the way I interpreted the Bible. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I was really trying to marry the two to make them make sense. He let go all right. He sure did. He sure did let go. Shoot the club up, just like wall to wall. Wall to wall. Garrick told her that. Oh god, that's crazy. Yes. 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 There is an explanation of how children are born, you guys. It is not one omnipotent being just being like, you get a baby, you get a baby, not you get, like, no. No, it's all a part of the divine plan. The dating doula. You did. You made it. You made it. You made it. So it's just like crazy that this girl thought she was like, I didn't think I'd get pregnant this quick. Weird. Weird. He's like, I hope that God will guide her heart. Shut up. They need their own show where they really just tell me. I need to know the religious doctrine behind it. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know I keep talking about it, but I like the Merrifields only because they're so nutty, and I want more of them. I want more of him and his bolero and his cowboy hat. I want more of it. Okay. I am. It's okay. It is wild. I don't want to offend anybody. I get it. I was a believer too. Okay, let's move on to our last couple, and that's gonna be the Peraltas. Peraltas. Okay, so I thought this was gonna be more of a showdown, but I'm gonna tell you right now, based on what I saw, Danny is overwhelmed with motherhood, full stop. Overwhelmed with motherhood, full stop. I just let that sink in. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's valid. I think motherhood is overwhelming, especially when you have what looks like 2 under 2. And what seems like your husband is gone for a full season. When that man left, it was snow on the ground. When he came back, the flowers were blooming. It felt like he was gone for 2 months at least, if not more. When he left, he had a whole puffy coat on. We didn't know what that body looked like. And he came back and we seen them pectorals and we were like, hey, Yessel. How you doing? You looking for a nanny? Like, that man got off the plane with them arms, and I said, oh, Leviathans. Ah, interesting. Giselle. Okay, why do people make their lives complicated? Hire a live-in nanny like all other middle class, upper class people. That's what I'm saying. This woman is like, the little baby gets a hold of some plastic knives and drops it, and she's just like immediately like, and I'm just like, girl, where were they? Also, go ahead and just let the baby play with the plastic knives. As long as they don't hurt themselves, like, they'll be entertained. Just let the baby play with them knives. Ain't nothing but butter knife. They'll be fine. He is handsome. I don't know what is. Yeah. 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 It feels like motherhood is not for her. And it's not, no problem. She says she wants more kids. She ends up saying she wants more kids. She just physically can't do so. And I'm like, sis, it don't seem like you want more kids. Because the man says, I'm so hungry. I could eat all this food right here. Where's y'all's food? And then she says to him, do you know how long it took me to make this food with your children running around? And I'm like, your children running around? Every time the cameras get cut on and she's at the house, she is overwhelmed with these kids. And she makes comments of like, yeah, okay. Like the little baby throws a bunch of like glitter or like frosting or whatever it is onto the cake that she's trying to make that says like welcome home. And she's like, I'm gonna let you get away with it. And I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying that her mothering skills are wrong or whatever. I can just see her frustration within. I can see it. And I think at some point her children will begin to see it. And that's something that she has to be careful with. Not saying she doesn't love her kids, not saying she's not a good mother, not saying she's not doing everything she's supposed to do, not saying that she should walk through motherhood like smelling the roses and thinking it's the best and most awesome thing. But I think it's interesting that you are on camera and you can't even stop yourself from being visibly frustrated that your baby is being a baby. That's it. And when your husband says, "Ooh, this food is so good. Thank you for cooking it. Can I have it all?" You're like, you know how long it took me to make it when your kids is running around here getting on my nerves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get the girl some help. That's all I'm saying. She get the other sister wife to come in and help her bestie. She needs somebody to come in the house and be in with her and help her. She need it. He's gone for 2 months at a time out of the country. And I hope when he says out of the country, it's just in Canada. I hope he's not like in Europe or Asia somewhere. So anyways, did I even say what happened? Okay, so Yesel is coming home and they need to talk about Jackie. So Danny feels that Yesel might be mad at her for the way that it ended with Jackie and that he just, hasn't said anything about it. And we know that he's coming home and he feels a way about it. So like I said, when Yesel gets home, it's the spring. She jumps up on him. I know they're about to get it in as soon as possible, but he and her need to talk about how it ended with Jackie. So once she puts the kids down to sleep, they go outside and, they start talking about, what went wrong with Jackie and how he feels like all of a sudden it abruptly just ended and everything was going well with Jackie. And she tries to have the conversation about him not she's like, I would like to have other kids. And she's like, well, that's a different conversation. And he's like, well, we can have that conversation right now. So what is it? Is that you don't want me to have other kids? And she's like, I would love to do that. I would love to be the person, but I know that I would not be able to handle it. I know I wouldn't be able to handle it if somebody else could give you something that I couldn't. And I just think that polyamory, personally for me, is not right for them. She's already given him 2 kids. 2. And she would be so devastated if somebody else gave him a girl. That's not what you want, mama. You don't want polyamory or you don't want polygamy. You want something different. You want something where you're not in competition with that woman. And it feels like Danny is fully prepared to be in competition with that woman. What they want is someone like me. What they want is somebody who just wants to dip in, be fun, and be out. Or someone who doesn't because that's what it sounds like. It's like, how can you, so they back up. So they end up talking about whether or not he wants kids, whether or not she's being selfish, and how fair it is to him that, his wife doesn't want him to have kids. And she says, do you really want to have more kids? Could you not see your life without having more kids? And he's like, actually, no, I would be fine if I didn't have any more kids. And if that's what it is that you're asking of me, then okay. But he had to say that. Up until that point, he said he wanted to have kids. He's like, I want more kids. I'd be open to having more kids. But I think when they finally have that conversation, he's like, I don't need to have any more kids. And then that changes the dynamic. If he says, I don't need to have any more kids, then that means that they need to find a woman who has kids of her own, who does not want any more kids. And I mean, doesn't want. Tubes tied, on birth control, doesn't want kids. Because when she gonna get to Yesel, he gonna be shooting the club up. So that woman needs to be prepared to absolutely either not be able to or not want kids. And that's the thing that they need to do. No, she wants a free nanny, best friend, therapist. You're way too laissez-faire with them. She would be mad when you ran away from the chaos of them kids. You know what I would do? I would take one child. I'm like, I'm gonna take this one. We gonna go. Get you later. Go ahead and clean your house and do whatever you need to do. I'll take this one baby. Come on. And not take that one child and go, all right, take them both. And we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch some Finding Nemo or whatever the children's is watching these days. And we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch it. I'll babysit. I'm a great babysitter. I'll put a kid to sleep. I'm good at that. I understand that. I just can't do it the whole day. I need screen time personally. And when they go to sleep, I'll do the things that I gotta do. I'm a great babysitter. You forget that I raised 2015 to like 2000 to so when I left here is my nephew. If you guys were on my social media, my Snapchat and my IG in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, you saw a lot of Ladani. I was with him all the time. That was my little roll dog. We went everywhere together. We went everywhere together. You're right. You're right. I'm busy now. Girl, my whole body hurts. When I tell you my whole body hurts, I fell on Sunday and I don't know what I did, girl, but I was supposed to have a gig tomorrow and it was going to be a paid gig and it was going to be real cute. And I had to tell them I can't go to it because I done hurt myself. I done hurt myself. I hurt myself. These little drag girlies and everything in between, they be throwing themselves on the stage. I'm real deliberate. I will walk out and I'm like, big bags busting out the Bentley Bentayga, man, Balenciaga, Barty back and all these bitches. Slow down. It's too much. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up with my neck hurting because I'm 43. I'm not throwing myself on this ground. Okay, I'm gonna slowly point to the ground and I'm gonna sink low and make sure I keep my back straight as I hit the ground. And when I come up, I try not to look old when I come up from things, but there's always a hand on my knee to help me up. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. And I'm taking pole classes once a week to try to, make sure that I'm staying like active and I'm stretching and all kinds of stuff. But girl, it's difficult. Anyways. Fell? Yeah. I didn't fall, but like, I'd be doing stuff and then I would just be like, oh, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done it. Gotta go ahead and convalesce. I'm gonna tell you right now, my neck is fine. I don't know if my pillow is messed up. Every day I wake up with a crick in my neck. Every day. I don't know if it's stress induced. I think it is though, because when I was on my leave of absence from work, I woke up no neck pain. I had no pain. So it's been difficult. But I'm moving through it. I don't believe him either. He has another woman stashed in another country, maybe a second family. He's using this to slowly introduce that family. Y'all leave Yesel alone, okay? Y'all leave my man alone. What? Yesel doesn't respect anything she say because she's dumb. Because she's dumb. She's dumb. She dumb. Thank you so much. She get on my nerves. You see that Katya got a hip replacement, but Katya be doing splits. Katya is a gymnast. I can't even do the splits. I can't even pretend to do the splits. The Charles Barkley in my head does not look like Yesel. But anyways, sister, do you think that I could? You think, sister, I'm good with kids? She's like, no, I don't know that to be true at all. But I used to be with Ladani. He's so cute. And them kids are cute. I could take care of any kid that I'm like, oh, you're so cute. Let's hang out. I can hang out I'll give you a good 5 hours. Okay, I'll take care of my kids for 5 hours. I'll be tired at the end of it, but I'll take them. Let's see. Did I even finish talking about? So, anyways, they came to the understanding that they're going to try again and they're going to do it together this time. They are not going to, have either of them lead the charge. They're going to do it together and it's going to work out. And I hope for the best for them. They need to find somebody who's older in their 40s, wants to be best friends with a 22-year-old and doesn't want to have kids, or a 27-year-old and doesn't want to have any more kids. So I wish them the best. He picked her in order to be the dom. Let me tell you, to me, Yesel is fine. That's a fine man. That is a fine man. All right, you guys, it's 8:27 here in Central Midwest. I got to go to sleep because I got to be at work early in the morning. But thank you guys so much for joining me. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic holiday. They are so cute. They're so cute, all of them. I'm gonna call my brother. Have you talked to KJ? Have you talked to the new baby, Yuna? I mean, obviously he's only like a month old. A month and a week old. I'm just saying that you can't pick a baby for your mate and then complain that she's a baby. Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true. Have a happy holiday, you guys. I'm actually doing a little Friendsgiving tomorrow. So I've got some Cornish hens that I'm letting thaw out, and I'm going to make like a butter. I'm letting some butter also get room temp, and I'm going to make like an herbal butter situation. I'm going to clean up them little chickens. I'm going to truss them, and I'm going to put them in the oven and cook them. I'm going to put them in the oven and cook them tomorrow. And I was also thinking of doing like corn pudding, which is something that I did the other like last holiday, and it was actually pretty good, and it's something I had never heard of. It involves like sweetened condensed milk, corn, butter, a little flour, and it's like a corn souffle, and it's sweet. Sounds really good. But I do need to get some little veggies for my Cornish hens. And are they all gonna fit in my little? I have 4 of them. Are they gonna fit in my little thingy? I gotta check that out right now and see if they're gonna fit all in the same dish. Or maybe I'll go to the store and buy me a little like foil one. Like what you do at family gatherings. Because I was gonna use my good little 13 by 9, or I don't know what it is. The little casserole dish. But why use a casserole dish when I can just go get me like a silver aluminum foil situation and put them all in there? Then I ain't got no dishes to wash afterwards. Girl, I'm over here trying to use my good little casserole dish for no reason. About to take me right there to the Dollar Tree. Hell, I'll even go to Walmart. I'll splurge. Me at Walmart and get it. I need to get some veggies tomorrow, and then I'm going to lay them on a bed of veggies. The onion and carrot and celery situation. Sitting on a bed of that. Maybe I'll get some potatoes and put them in the bottom of that, and then sit on there. I gotta baste it. Do I have a little squeegee thing? I'm sure I do. It's fine. I have everything. I don't know why I'm like, do I need to buy more utensils for the kitchen? No, you don't, because you have it all. And it's making some Cornish hens, so I'm gonna do that. Saraya, I'm out. I'm leaving. Hi, how are you? A coworker of mine years ago made a casserole with potato cornflakes. I'm trying to make some of that potato cornflakes. Huh. Everybody gonna get their own little chicken. That was my plan. was only about 3 of us coming, and I made it a little extra in case somebody else shows up. I'm gonna be like, you get a chicken, you get a hen, you get a hen, and you get a hen. Everybody, hen. We eating hens. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining. As always, it is fun hanging out with you guys on a Tuesday night. Have a safe and happy holiday with your loved ones. Make some sweet potato pie if you have it, or you can make some candied yams, or you can make yourself some corn souffle. I'm gonna look into that because I think I want to make it because I think it's delicious and I want to eat it. All right, we'll talk to you later. Y'all have a fantastic week. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Jumping in the line, rock your body on time. Okay.